What's up, y'all? This is Chris, strength and fitness coach for Black Diamonds Fitness. It's the Muscle Ministry channel. I am back this week for another update on my cut progress. So, today, I got something that was unexpected, maybe a little bit expected, but basically, um, my weigh-in did not continue in the same trajectory as the past two. So, if you've been following along with me, you saw that in the first couple of weeks, I dropped about 7 pounds. Well, what I found this week is that from around Wednesday, I think I weighed about 187.1 up until today. My weight has slowly been inching back to today, where I weighed in at 189.9. So I went from around 187 to about 190. So that's a 3 pound difference. So I'm going to explain to you today um, what I need to consider as far as, is this accurate? Do I need to change anything? How bad is it, if it is bad? And just kind of walk you through that process. So all this is going to be valuable as far as like having a coach, because whenever you experience these things, you might not exactly know how to react to it. But I'm going to kind of walk you through that. So the reason I know I don't need to change anything is because I closely monitor my calories, and if my calories are where they're supposed to be, if my macros are where they're supposed to be, then nothing needs to change. Um, so that's thing number one. Thing number two is the tools you use. So I'm tracking my weight using this app called Happy Scale. And what it does is, as you put in your weights for the day, it will give you a moving average, and it'll also give you what that translates into your weight gain or your weight loss on a weekly basis. So I'll show you an example of mine on the screen, and as you can see, though the rate of fat loss or weight loss is still trending down, it's at a slower rate, obviously, because I've got those higher weights in. But as long as it's still trending down, we're still on the right track. So it's showing now I'm still pretty close to about 2 pounds a week, which is what I was actually shooting for. I was actually shocked to see the close to 3 pounds that seemed to be reflected in the weights that I was initially seeing. So we're on track. So that's thing one. Like, you got to make sure that the weights are accurately reflected, and that you follow the trend and not necessarily get thrown off by the day to day. There's some other factors as well. So if my weight is up, what could be causing that? It can be a number of things. It could be, weights that you're holding. It can be water that you're holding. In my case, it's very, very likely that it's due to water for a few reasons. One of them is that as I've been dropping my caloric intake, I've had less energy, and so my training has not been as energetic as it usually is, and I've just had less energy to perform. So with less work when I'm in the gym, and then fewer days in the gym as well, when I do get an opportunity to really do some heavy work, um, inflammation is a factor. So that's one thing you'll notice if you're really new to working out, or it's been a while and you go and work out. You'll experience soreness, you'll experience inflammation. And what that inflammation is water pulling to those areas to respond to that stimulus. So that's one piece of data that we have to work with. Now, another piece is the fact that I have been relatively low carb. I've been relatively low salt. Now, salt and carbs have a tendency to make you hold more water as well. So, I mean, starting, I think it was Thursday night, I got a burrito from Chipotle. Pretty salty, pretty carby. And then last night, it was pizza, and the night before that it was spaghetti. So a lot of starches, a lot of carbs. So high salts, you expect to hold more water. High carbs, you expect to hold more water. So I'm not surprised by what I see on the scale. Now the last thing for me, um, and I want y'all to really pay attention to this. The last thing for me is that one thing that I like to do on occasions is to have a bowl of cereal or two um, at night after I eat. So instead of having something like really sugary or sweet, which is fine, like I do sometimes, but sometimes I'll opt for like a healthier or like less sugary option. Don't get me wrong, cereal is sugary, but it's not quite the same as donuts and cookies. So if I have something like that, I've also noticed that it's not uncommon for me the next day to be up about a pound or two. So somewhere around that 1.5 to 2 pound range, just because I had cereal the night before. And that was the case, at least for last night. Not necessarily the night before, but it definitely was the case last night. So that was to be expected. So I say that because um, it's important for you, and a coach will try to hone in on these things as well. It's important for you to understand how your body reacts to certain things that you do, and certain things that you eat, or certain things that you don't do, or certain things that you don't eat. And a lot of people don't think about that. They just think calories are calories, or they think that a stressful day shouldn't impact their water storage, and it does. So those things you need to consider, and having a tool like Happy Scale will keep you honest because it keeps you focused on the trend and not just the day-to-day sporadic spikes or dips. So all in all, I'm not going to change anything. What I could do if I really wanted to test this is just an easy way to reset it. So say you wanted to walk in my shoes. An easy way to figure out what's going on is you could just take a day that's like relatively normal. Don't do the cereal, don't do anything high sodium, don't do anything high carb. Give it about a day or two, and what should happen is your weight should even right back out. So it should get to that normal trend, and if it doesn't, then you'll know that it's really something that you miscalculated somewhere. But I've been doing this long enough where I kind of know where my calorie intake is. I mean, so for example, that 2 pounds, in order for me to truly gain 2 pounds of fat in 3 days, I would have had to overeat by 7,000 calories, which I know I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep those types of things in mind. So hope you found this helpful. Hopefully it helps to keep some of y'all off the ledge, you know, when your numbers go in the wrong direction or whatever. It's nothing to freak out about. As long as you're taking care of the main things and doing what you're supposed to, just stick with it. It will work out. It'll level out. Don't get so focused on the day-to-day numbers. Just focus on the process, and a coach can help you do that. So I am currently accepting clients. Link to sign up or to apply is in the description. I have limited spaces, so you have to apply. If you found this useful, share with somebody who might also find it useful. Subscribe to the channel. That'll also help out. And if you've experienced this before, you know, like certain things that have caused your weight to fluctuate, I'd be interested in hearing the less common ones, because I know for me it was cereal. Maybe you got something that you know. So leave those in the comments. Maybe I need to take note of it as well. But yeah, y'all, that's all I got. Till the next one. Peace.